Welcome back to Modeling 101. This is episode 3 of the straight build series. In this series, I will be showing you how to improve your straight build from basic to advanced level. Today, we'll be discussing seam line removal, also known as seam welding. In our previous episode, we talked about 5 major steps to enhance your out-of-box build, and we learned all about sanding and polishing your model. Now, with your experience and knowledge in sanding, let's move on to the next step. Before we start, I would like to acknowledge the sponsor of this video, GundamHangar.com. This Canadian webshop strives to provide the most competitive pricing for Bandai-exclusive Gunpla. Additionally, they also offer a wide selection of plastic waifus, hobby accessories, and tools. Most of the tools featured in this video are available on their website. Check out their website via the link in the video description. So, what is a seam line? If you watched any of my unboxing reviews, you may notice I talk a lot about it when I gave customization suggestions. Seam lines are essentially gaps between the pieces at the connection point of a model kit. After you finish building a model, these lines give it an unfinished feel. We want to remove them as much as we can on our finished model kits so it gives less of a toy feel. Now, let's move back to the real grade Impulse Gundam from the last episode. There are not a lot of seam lines on real grades, which is also why I suggest RG for beginners, since there will be less cleanup to achieve a high-end finish. In this case, for the RG Impulse Gundam, we have a seam line at the core fighter. The most common method to weld the seam line is using modeling cement. This melts the plastic slightly, fusing the pieces together. Since we're focusing on straight builds, cement is ideal because it maintains the original plastic color. So what we need to do here is apply a thin layer of cement to each side of the seam. Press the pieces together firmly and avoid using too much cement, which can cause excess plastic to melt. A good sign of a successful weld is a small amount of residue appearing in the gap. Let the parts cure for 3 to 4 hours or even for a full day for extra security. Once cured, sand the residue away using the techniques from the previous episode. Check it out if you haven't. And voila, the seam line is gone. While modeling cement is preferred for straight builds, there are alternatives. Super glue. We apply the glue on the seam, ensure that it fills the gap, wait for it to dry and sand it. This method is a lot faster, but it can leave a visible mark on the plastic, making it less suitable for straight builds. We can also use liquid type putties, such as the Mr.White Putty. Their function is similar to the super glue, but with long cure time. Therefore, I will recommend using super glue between the two. I won't delve too much into details of the liquid putties for gap filling since I don't use them personally. However, if you're curious about how they work, I can create a YouTube short explaining it. Let me know in the comments. So there you have it, fellow modelers. I hope you find this tutorial helpful in mastering the technique of seam welding for your Gunpla models. With the information and techniques provided in this tutorial, you will be able to prepare the surface properly before moving to the next topic, which is detail enhancement. By learning detail enhancement, you will be able to take your Gunpla builds to the next level of quality. Stay tuned and happy modeling!